Hello everyone, this is Ming Jong. Welcome to today's market analysis for the S&P 500 E-mini futures. That's for the session of 17th of July. So in this video, I am going to show you the market recap on the last session. And going forward, I will cover the bias, the key levels to pay attention to, and also potential setup for the session later. So if you are wondering if I have any kind of the trade review, unfortunately I did not have any trade yesterday, but I will just show you what happened yesterday and why I did not have any trade in my walkthrough. All right, so let's just get started now. As you can see in this daily chart for the S&P 500 E-mini futures, so yesterday you can see that we have a decreasing of the supply here, and although we have a bearish day, but majority of the movement happened during the Asian through the London session, and during the US session was a very tight range, and that's why you will see that I did not have any trade during the US session. I will elaborate a bit more in the later part of the video. But first of all, you can see that overall, if you look at this big trading range, that's from the 3230 to around the low swing low around 2925 or 20. So basically, we are still pretty much stuck within this trading range. So if you take a zoom out view, so this range is actually kind of like a backup action of this kind of like a larger reaccumulation range. So we have a rally up and then goes into a reaccumulation. So we have a sign of strength rally breaking out and currently kind of like stuck within this range here from 2920 to around 3230. So pretty much that is the overall structure. Still did not change. I still maintain my bullish view in terms of the longer time frame. And if we pay a closer attention here, so basically I talked about in my video probably last week around this area here. I think this should be the supply absorption area and of this supply bar here, and subsequently you can see that just on this bar alone I was actually bearish just because of this kind of like a bearish reversal bar, not really like a reversal but the bearish action, and together with the spike of the volume or supply level definitely is very bearish. But subsequent bar on the next bar here show supply absorption, especially in the first 2 hours, and that's reflected in the volume as well. We have seen some kind of the aggressive demand to push the price up and close at a high. And the next bar here, which see a gap up, but eventually we found some supply there, and that's why you see quite a number of the selling throughout the intraday session, but didn't manage to break above the swing high at around 32030. You can see that it's just barely touched the swing high, or I think just exited by a few points. So yesterday bar, initially my thoughts was actually somewhat bearish because there was some kind of supply emergence here, not able to break out. So I actually anticipate some kind of the reaction to at least test the 3180 level, which was here. So that's the 3180 axis line, acted as a support level, breakthrough, and then resistance, and then eventually gapping up above. So that should provide some kind of the support. But you can see that it actually did not touch that. It just went down to around 3190 or 991. Yeah, about 888. So basically, it didn't have any downside follow through as well. So let me just get down to the H1 time frame, and you can have a clearer look here. So if you recall in my video yesterday, I do talk about potential long scenario. I actually anticipate some kind of the reaction to maybe test and this 3180 level. And if there is some kind of a rebound from here, then that could become my long entry. And if this level around, I think that's the level, the day low level, and also 3180 level, these two level somewhere around this area here can't hold a price, then definitely we should see some kind of the test at 3170 or even 60. So that's another support level. But that actually did not materialize. In fact, you can see that throughout the Asian session here, we have some kind of a reaction down. And subsequently, we have a bit of the consolidation around here. And even during the US session, which started at about 9:30 my time here, so you can see that it's kind of like limit to this little range here. So it was a very tight range. And if I zoom in a little bit more, you can see that quite a number of the kind of like a doji bar here. Doji, doji, doji. So around 4 doji bar. So got some rejection on the upside and also got some demand tail at the bottom as well. So it kind of like show of indecision between the bull and the bear. Can't really decide, and no one wants to commit to either direction. And although eventually we have a bit of the bearish action and then followed by a bit of the strong closing up, but still we didn't manage to continue to go to the upside. And throughout today's earlier session, the Asian and currently the European London session, we still pretty much stuck within the black bar here. So kind of like still a tight range, no commitment from either side as well. But based on yesterday action, I suspect that that could be a chance for the bull to attempt to test the swing high, 3230. So we could have another attempt to test the swing high at 3230. And if we have excessive supply presence, then it could probably take it down. Otherwise, if not, then we only have some aggressive supply level presence, maybe reacting some kind of the COVID news, coronavirus, strike again. Then we could see some breakdown and then test at a lower level. So far, I'm kind of like neutral at the moment. Let me just get down to the M3 time frame, and I'll elaborate more why I did not have any trade. But based on my walkthrough just now, you probably can suspect that why I did not have any kind of the trade, simply because the range of during the US session was very tight. You can see that just prior to that, we have this kind of the reaction, not very sharp and kind of like grinding down action. And in fact, I probably have had a look around this area here, because you can see that the blue line that I marked up here actually was the kind of like the previous day low. So this is some kind of the, well, you can call it a descending wedge or bullish wedge, and also spring the previous low. So there's a low and actually spring it. So subsequently have a great rally here, followed by a pullback. Then that could become a possible trade as well. Let me zoom in a little bit here. So you can see that if we just take a look simply at this little structure here, so we have a downtrend here, kind of like a wedge. So first of all, we have this kind of the down wave, and then followed by shorter of the down wave. So in terms of the wave, definitely is getting shorter. And in terms of the commitment to the downside, the thrust, definitely you can see the shorter thrust as well. So definitely shortening of the thrust and the down wave, and then followed by a good rally up. So this is the best rally that we have ever seen out of this range here, the wedge here. So And you can see that that is possible to maybe to trade this kind of the pullback. So we have another pullback and some kind of the reversal out from this little range here. Sorry, just let me delete this. So this is a range, little range, and then probably this bar here. So that could become a good long entry to trade to the upside, and with a stop somewhere around swing low, a few points below this swing low, and hopefully you didn't get stopped out by this. And maybe you can tag this short right to somewhere around there. But I just did not take that trade because at that time my bias was actually kind of a bit bearish, because I actually anticipate some kind of the reaction to continue to test it at a further level, at least to 3180. Although it kind of like tested the prior swing low, but I actually would like to see a deeper test and more meaningful volume and reaction to take the trade. But anyway, that's just my thought going on at at that moment. And you can see that going forward during the US session, it's kind of like also tested the prior swing low. So the swing low levels kind of like ranging from here, and then we have another level probably at the slightly lower end here created during the non-RTH. So if I were to take any long trade based on a test of the low, then what I would like to see is actually some kind of the deeper test to take out this low here rather than the region or the area here. So that's why I didn't really take any long trade during the US session. I'm sure that someone can just initiate any kind of the trade because it's pretty much very close to the area, the supporting area here based on the swing low. But I actually more prefer to have a deeper test to at least to have to take out the non-RTH low, or if not, just to have a test of the 3180 axis line. But you can see that that actually did not materialize. So there wasn't any commitment to the downside and nor to the upside as well. That's why you see it's kind of like stuck within this narrow range here. So definitely no trade. All right. So going forward, let me get to the H1 time frame, and let's talk about what could happen. What's the potential scenario here? All right. So first of all, you can see that something that stands out. Definitely, we have a decreasing of the supply level. I think this is encouraging. It's a bullish sign. So that could suggest definitely. I think this is a supply spike here, and then we have a supply absorption here, and then followed by presence of the supply here and supply decreasing at here as well. You can see that. So I think going forward, we definitely could see S&P 500 to have a chance to attempt to rally up to test 3230 level. So trade to the upside, that could become a good scenario. Maybe can wait for some kind of the test of the non-RTH low, which I showed it in this dotted line, or even the day low, previous day low, showed it in this orange line, the solid line here, maybe some kind of test, spring, and then to go up. Otherwise, it could just wait for maybe a breakout, pullback, continuation to the upside. Or if by the time the price was already at or near the 3230, or even maybe this level as well, about 3220 or 3222, somewhere around there. So basically is this level 3222 and to around 3230. So that's the area that I'm watching. So definitely is also the target if it were to go up. All right. So in terms of the bias for day trading today, kind of like neutral, and really it depends on the supply level. If there wasn't any significant supply level, then I think we should be able to see S&P 500 to rally up to test the target at about 3220 to 3230. Else, if there was some kind of the COVID news, coronavirus news, some kind of the bad news happen, then definitely I think it should react and going to test to the downside. But so far, I'm more lean towards a bullish scenario to have a test at a higher levels. All right, so the key levels or the immediate resistance level, definitely I talk about here. That's the 3220 to around 3230. And for the immediate support level, definitely is a swing low level. You can see that we have a gap here, so that kind of like provided as a support area. So that's the support level 3190, and definitely the access line 3180 as marked in this blue line. And if this two level cannot hold, let's say it cannot hold, break, then definitely I think it will just test at 3160 to around 70. So there's another level here as well. So pretty much it's quite close levels altogether. I think we just come to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it and get something useful out from my video. And if you like the video, just click like and also hover to my name or picture to follow me. And do remember to subscribe to my channel so that you get instant notification of my future video ideas. And as usual, if you have any kind of the comments, suggestions, ideas, or trades you would like to share with me or would like me to have a look, feel free to comment it below. I will definitely reply to you. And thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.